What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Thoughts and Divine Wisdom, starring me. First, before anything, I just wanted to apologize to you guys for the last couple of days. I haven't been on. I had a little girl. I got a little girl. Her birthday was this weekend, so my focus was on that, taking care of her and spending time with her. But with that being said, I'm back and I'm here to talk the talk and to get, hopefully this wisdom gives you more insight to your life, okay? Now, when it comes to I want to talk about, actually, I'm just going to say, let's talk about the spiritual foundation of the self. Your spiritual foundation is the thing that you believe in and stand on. Your spiritual foundation is also the things that you stand for your life and yourself. You stand on these things in yourself, whether it's right, wrong, or whatever. You stand on these things, okay? When it comes to the foundation, a lot of people don't truly understand it. They don't truly understand what their foundation's all about and everything. And I think that the only way to fully understand what your foundation is, you must live life in order to live it. And this is why the younger generation, they think they know everything, and when you're trying to tell them stuff, I know that already. I know that. And I had to tell, and I remember one time I was talking to somebody, just trying to give them some wisdom, whatever, and everything out of their mouth was, I know that already. I know that. So I had to tell him respectfully, look, there's a difference between knowing and experiencing. You can know something, but when you are in it, it's a totally different experience. It's totally different. When you experience something, it feels totally different than just knowing about that thing. And then I got them to think. See, at younger ages, you want to be grown. You want to do these things that you want to do, and you want respect from everybody else. All at the same time, you haven't went through anything. The only things you went through is what kids have gone through, or the little street stuff that you've seen, and that's it. No. Going through something is totally different than experiencing. Knowing something is totally different than going through something. Okay? So, and that's what I think about, the foundation. A lot of people believe, a lot of younger kids don't understand this lesson, but I'm starting to realize there's a lot of older people who don't understand this lesson either. That's why they're flailing in the wind, trying to figure out who they are. But your foundation is something that you stand on spiritually in your belief system. And the biggest thing with your foundation is what you were taught growing up. This is the thing that most people follow suit. So, for example, if I lived in India, the thing I'm believing in is more than likely Hinduism. I'm not saying all is like that. I'm just giving an example. Hinduism. If I lived in China or another Asian country who believes in Buddhism, that's what I'm going to believe in. America, I grew, speaking on myself, growing up in America, the belief system mostly is Christian, being Christianity. And so these things mold the foundation as you begin growing. These things mold the foundation as you begin growing. But the key thing to the foundation is getting to a certain point on your foundation to where you are open enough to ask, what is the truth? What is the truth? This is the thing that must be said or gotten to on your journey. And as you can see, some people get there and start seeking and asking, what is the truth? I'm seeing all these different, lanes saying they're the truth, but what is really the truth? And then some people, they remain on the surface. What they believe is what they believe. What they was taught is that's what they believe, so that's what they believe. They haven't thought to themselves on their foundation to think for themselves or to try to find answers for themselves. Some people are like that. And as you can see within certain videos, we spoke about that, or I spoke about that, about certain people that's in my family, or, they are who they are, okay? And what they know is what they know, and that's it. But on your foundation, the thing that you believe, you have to get to that point where you start seeking and asking, who am I? Start asking, what is the truth? If you don't get to these points in your life where you're asking these questions, you're forever going to be shackled to the thing that you was raised up in. Like, for example, I speak for myself. Grew up most of my life a Christian. Baptist mostly. And my whole life, this is what I was taught, and this is what I believed. When I started hitting my mid-30s, I start questioning. What is the truth? I hear what the Christians are saying, but what is the actual truth? Then I started learning about Kabbalah, started learning about Buddhism, started learning about Hinduism, started learning about a little bit of the Muslim religion, just trying to figure out the truth. And in the end, I realized that all of them are spiritually enhanced and inclined. In the end, it's all leading the people in one direction. Understanding the self. That's the key to all of this. And what I've always said from my mid-30s was this: denominations, religions, or whatever is a stepping stone to help you understand your spirituality or the divine spirit. After a certain point, and you build that relationship with the divine, the religions are, you kind of bypass, you actually bypass the religions, and that's how you start the journey of what we've been talking about, the narrow gate, the separation. But you must break this yoke of religion off of you in order to start the foundation. in order to start the journey. If you still are holding the burdens and the dogmas and the things of the religion still on you, then you can't, and this is from experience, you can't fully understand the truth, because you're always weighted with this religious shackle. You won't be able to learn past what you know until you release the spiritual shackles. And in my videos, this is why I've tried to free you guys from hell. Tried to free you guys, because see, this is what I learned. I don't know every religion like that, but based on where I come from, I was a Christian, and this is why I speak the way that I speak, to free you guys from these shackles, giving you truth, giving you understanding so you can free yourself. And this is why my videos speak about the things they speak about. And since I can't speak fully for other religions. I've learned some about those religions and the walks of those religions, but I don't know those religions that I spoke about as well as I know Christianity. Being an American, being a person who was a Christian most of my life, I can speak about that. And most people here, if you're in another country, I'll try my best to give you understanding. But here in the West, this is the shackle that has been put on the people. And so this is the one that I've been talking about, the void, God versus Satan, hell, all these different things is what, all these things that I've been talking about is basically to help you unshackle yourself from what religion taught you. Giving you wisdom, giving you understanding about what the truth is in that book if you are a Christian. All of that. So that's where that comes from. But breaking free of that shackle is very important on your journey. If not, then you will always have that burden on your back of what the religion taught you. So when it's time to understand other things or yourself, if you don't break it, you'll always have this subconscious thing in your head, always bearing down on you, saying, you're not supposed to do that. You can go to hell if you do that, you know. And that's the lie. That's the lie. That's not true. That's not real. That's not it. Okay? So, the foundation. This is one of the steps that you must do, no matter what religion you are at. You have to be willing to walk in the unknown. That's what it is, the unknown. At the same time, as you're walking in the unknown, you're also learning yourself. And if you walked a certain way, like I did, always taking the high ground, always, because that's what, in my past, in my past, that's what Christian, always turn the other cheek, always help, always do this, always do that. Now, don't get me wrong, I still help, and I'm nice, and all these different things to people. But based on religion, that's what it taught you. Turn the other cheek. Take the high ground. Do this. And I learned a lot from it. At the same time, I had to learn some hard lessons from it too. I had to learn hard lessons from it. Okay? So, this thing has to happen. Secondly, the thing that has to happen in your foundation is you must eradicate all of the noise, all of the stuff that the world or friends or family told you. In your foundation, in order to move forward, you must put down hate. You must put down racism. You must put down the biasness of certain things. Oh, I don't like short people. Oh, I don't like if a person looked this way. I don't like this or that. All these things, all these world-taught lessons that you have lived by, you must put these things down, because at the end of the day, none of it matters. None of it. Who has the most money? Who has the best clothes? Who's ugly? Who looks pretty? Who, hating a race. Hating a race. All these things. You must be willing of the heart to put these things down. Yes, okay. Money is important to a certain extent, but it's not everything. How a person look, okay, you have a standard for yourself, but if through wisdom and experience, if you're old enough, you realize looks only get but so far. Looks only get so far. If you are racist or hateful or don't like a certain race, put it down, because the truth is, it doesn't matter what race it is. There is good and bad in every single skin color or race. You cannot allow the media to feed your ignorance. You can't. You cannot allow the media to feed your ignorance. Okay? So, what is important, based on race, what is important? It's not the skin color. Because a black person, like say if I was pro-black, it's black this and black that, right? Guess what? The same people who I'm saying black this, black that, blackity black, 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 are the same people, if you're in the wrong place, a black person can rob me. And if I was a different race, that could happen in any skin color. Let you be white and be in Boston at the wrong place. Don't be mad if you get robbed by a white person. Don't be mad. Don't be mad if somebody of your skin, of your race, is deceitful to you, lying to you, or bullying you, or any of these things. It does not matter. It's in every single race. There is no place you can go. There's no country you can go that these things aren't happening. Real talk. There is no place that you can go where these things aren't happening. But what is important is the spirit, reading a person's frequency. If there's good and bad in every single race, guess what? You're going to have to learn to use discernment when you speak into people. And you're going to have to use your divine intuition to learn who is who. Real talk. You're going to have to learn that. So, but, you know, you're going to have to learn that. And that's the truth. But it is foolish to stand behind a skin color. Skin color don't make no difference at all. There was a, and I'm going to leave it alone after this, but a wise man told me this once. He said, okay, so you hate another race, right? And he's a Christian too, by the way. You hate another race, right? And all your life you've been hating other race or other races. So when you die, and you go into heaven, does your racism stop then once you find out that there's only one heaven? He said, does it stop then? I mean, when does it stop? When you realize the truth, like, yo, your skin color didn't mean anything. When does it stop? These are the things that I'm talking about. The things when you get engulfed in society's issues, ideologies, racism, nationalism, feminism, all these different things, you have officially taken away from your foundation and you have incorporated somebody else's belief system in you. When in fact, your foundation is based on you and who you are. Okay? This is what your foundation is for. Not what society told you, not what your friends told you, not what the ideology told you. Because in the end, an ideology can only go but so far. And what we're seeing now, religion can only go but so far. So where do you go once you get to that point? You must look within and start looking at yourself. Start erasing things from the foundation, the self. To truly look at yourself. It's not just like, it's a journey. It's not just about you fixing the things you did to people. No, that's one aspect of it. But you also have to fix the way you think and what was taught to you. And here's the cold part. And at times while you're doing it, there will be times where you're going to be the only one standing by yourself. Because everybody else believe in something else and everybody else is doing their own thing, or they all believe the same way. But as you continue putting down the certain things, you'll find yourself at times it's going to feel like you by yourself, when in truth you're never by yourself. The divine spirit is always there with you. But in the physical, it's going to feel like you by yourself because you're trying to figure all this out. and that you figuring all this out, you're going to be totally opposite from everybody else. As they continue dwelling on the surface, you focusing on who you are, trying to figure it out. And this, and I wanted to speak about this because this also too is something that you must change in order to get to where you're trying to go. You cannot move on the path believing and the certain things the world taught you. Start thinking for yourself, not in groupthink. You're going to have to start thinking for yourself. And this is the important part. Are you strong enough to stand alone? Are you strong enough to stand by yourself? This is what this path, that gate is about. That path, the narrow gate, is about, I want to know the truth so bad, and I desire it to where I'm willing to put down everything that I was taught. Everything that, they told me, every ideology I used to believe in. I'm even willing to look at my past and the things I did and the things other people did to me. I'm even willing to put down the identity that society taught me. That's what you have to do. And believe me when I say, it is easier said than done. It's easier said than done. A lot of people, they'll say, oh, yeah, you got to look within. But when they find out what it entails, they ain't strong enough. I'm not saying that look, I'm not saying this to say, look at us and look at you. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, when you walk this path, that narrow gate, it's not easy. What you basically walking into is, who are you? In a general sense, you're actually walking into yourself, asking an internal question of, who am I? And that core question leads to everything. The identity, clearing out the foundation, looking at my past and what I did in my past, what I did, how I affected people, what people did to affect me. Putting all the stuff down. Putting down the religion, putting down all the social trends, and putting it down and saying, I don't care about none of that. I am willing to stand for who I am. These things are what you must do in order to understand the self and who you are, and to clear your foundation of yourself. And like I've said in other videos, when you take this journey, yes, it might be rough, because who you looking at is yourself. It might be a little hard in certain places than others. But once you clear this path, clear your foundation, your path, put down the identity, and start walking for who you are, you will see an amazing thing happen. The weight on your chest will be lifted. It's like you don't have nothing to worry about. All that burden will be gone. You will be in spiritual freedom. You will be in spiritual freedom. You will be on a level as you continue walking, your frequency starts going up. You got people asking, why are you glowing so much? Well, something's different with you. You will feel a spiritual freedom that you can't explain. You know what you went through and you know what you did, but you can't explain it to. How do you explain something spiritual? It's kind of hard to do. And if you try to, you're going to sound crazy to other people. People ain't going to understand nothing you talking about. Like, okay, she done lost her mind. He done lost his mind. He don't, man, listen to how he talking now. Trying to explain the spiritual stuff. You're going to sound crazy. So, this is what you're going to feel. You're going to run into the divine fruits of the Spirit. The divine fruits of the Spirit come from within. It's not out here. You're going to find it in here. And that is everlasting. The love, happiness, peace, joy, steadfastness, kindness, gentleness. You're going to literally be on cloud nine, like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I did this. I feel better. Certain things don't affect you no more. You don't care because you put down an identity. You cleared out the foundation. You did the shadow work. Now when they talking to you, you like, okay, whatever. Before, you cared so much about what they said to you. Now it's like, okay, I'm going, no matter what you say, I hear you, but I'm going to do me. I say that in slang a little bit, but what you're going to be saying is, look, I don't care what y'all think or say. I'm going to do what's right for me. Ain't no money, ain't nothing that you can bring to the table that can make me go back to that crap that I was at before. I am at peace. I am at peace in my life now. That's what the foundation, that's what clearing the foundation can do for you. So, you know, and for the record too, just to let you know, am I saying that you're going to now be perfect? No, there's always something to work on, always something to do. I'm not perfect. I've told y'all, I was transparent with you guys and told you something about myself throughout these videos. I'm not perfect. There's things that I can work on and get better at or whatever, but overall, in here, I am ecstatic at where I'm at. In the way my life is moving. I love it. I'm at peace. Even through this storm that's coming that I've been telling y'all about, I'm at peace. It doesn't faze me. At first, before, I would have been worried and nervous. Man, I don't know what's going to happen. Now, I'm like, yo, I'm at peace. So, truly looking at, truly acknowledging yourself, clearing your foundation, putting down the identity, and all these different things that we've been talking about is going to give you more in this life than any job, any money, any worldly thing, any external love, any external joy, external peace, external happiness, external steadfastness, external kindness, external gentleness. Because there is a difference between internal divine fruits of the Spirit, and there's a difference between that and external fruits of the Spirit. And if you're wise enough, you'll clearly see that out here in the world, all this stuff is temporary. Love, happiness, peace, joy, steadfastness, kindness, gentleness. It's all temporary. And the only thing you can do when it does, appreciate it while it comes, but look at it like clouds as it floats by. Appreciate it while it floats by and let it go. But inside here, it is everlasting. It is everlasting. When you love yourself, you have standards for yourself. This is my journey. I can only speak on my journey now. When you love yourself and you have standards for yourself, and you find peace and the love and the divine fruits of the Spirit in yourself, can't nobody take it away from you. Can't no watch, no car, no money, no nothing take it away from you. The only way that it could leave you is if you stop believing it. That's it. But this is what this walk and journey teaches. To love and understand the self. When you do that, then when you receive those things, you're on a totally different level mentally and spiritually and frequency. It doesn't matter what people think or say to you no more. Real talk. So, clearing the foundation is also pivotal. You need to do this too. Put down society's lessons. Put down, not society, because you got to learn. I'm talking about these things that are taught that we spoke about. Ideologies. The racism. Materialism. Status. All these things and some. Think about it, it's causing strife. Causing strife is always being defiant or debating, causing trouble. When you know yourself, it don't matter okay, that's what you think. All right, cool. But it ain't phasing me none, because I know what I stand on. Some people live in strife, always causing trouble. If they don't know themselves, and you've seen it before, if they don't know themselves, you've seen people always trying to debate you. Always trying to debate something. Like if they can get you in a debate, then they one up you and feel better about themselves or something like that. Okay, so it's almost at the 40-minute mark. Okay, well, we're at the 40-minute mark. But I just want to say to you guys that your foundation of what you believe and what you was raised up in and what you were taught is also something that you must look at. It is important within your journey. You can't be divine and hateful. You can't be divine and materialistic. You can't be divine and have racism in your heart. You can't. It doesn't work that way. And see, when it comes to okay, let me say it like this. There was a video that I said that some things that you sacrifice and put down will be given back to you. Now, what did I mean by that? For example, if you are all about chasing money, and that's all you keep thinking about is just chasing money, chase. And somehow, in some way, you started this journey. You start doing the work. And at the end of the journey, you don't even care about money no more. It's like, before you was chasing it and you could barely get it. But now on the opposite side of the journey, on the other side of the journey, it's like, I don't even care about money no more like that. I mean, I'll make it to be functionable, but I could care less. That's when the universe is going to start blessing you with so much money that you can count. And you're going to be baffled like, why am I receiving all this money? It's because your mindset and your heart is now at the right place in order to receive it. But when you was desiring it and chasing it and always every day looking to try to get some more money, your heart and your mind, your spirit, you wasn't in the right place in order to get it. So now that you're in this totally different place, totally different mindset, totally different frequency, now the universe is willing to throw it at you. Like, here you go. Here. And you're like, in your heart, you're like, it don't even matter like that no more. I don't even really want it like that. And now it's like, okay, I'm giving you all this because you have fulfilled your task. You have done the things that you needed to do. You have a totally different mindset. You don't think the same. You're a totally different person and everything. So the universe is giving it to you with ease now. Like, oh my goodness. And now that you're where you're at, your whole mindset has changed on what you're going to do with it, how you're going to spend your money, or what you're going to... It's like, okay, I got this money now. I tried to give an example, but I don't know if y'all feeling me or not. But anyways, man, I done veered off again. You know me, y'all. I'm always veering off. But going back to the foundation is very important. What you were taught, what you believe is very important on this journey. Some things you're going to have to put down to move forward in the journey. Do not let certain things hinder you from your journey. And if something is hard for you to put down, go, go and speak to the divine. And he will either give you an answer by, he is, or it will give you an answer by the means that you need to see it. It could be a video. It could be somebody walking by. It could be, he's going to give it to you. Because you're on the right path, you're on the right track, and he's willing to give it to you because you're trying to figure it out. That's right. So, anyways, I done hit 45 minutes, man, just talking to y'all and just giving understanding. But hey, look, I'm gonna say what I normally say. Have any questions? You have any questions on this video or any other video, please feel free to email me at thoughtsanddivinewisdom@gmail.com. Hit me up if you have questions. If you don't want to email me, you can put something on the community board, or you can leave a comment on the video and everything, and I'll see it or whatever like that. But like I've always said, we're here to help. I'm here to help and everything. Now, some things that I say you may not believe in or you fully understand. But either way, I'm here to help. If you are waiting for a pastor to spring up and give you all the answers, or a monk or whoever, then I'm sorry. That's not going to happen. Right now, this path that we are on is a foreign, uncharted path. There is no religion. There is nobody out there that has walked this path. Basically, we are flying the plane while we build it. That's what we doing. And so, if you have any questions on anything, I'm telling you, you hear my videos, you hear how I talk, what's on my heart, and all that stuff. Feel free to message me. Okay? And so, and no, I don't have a Thoughts and Divine Wisdom Instagram or Facebook or anything like that yet. I wanted to start everything on YouTube first and try to spring life from here, and then maybe once I get a little following or something like that, I can go on to other social media sites or whatever. But this, as of right now, this YouTube channel is the only thing for right now. Okay? But what I want is, I've said it before, what I would like to do is have people email me questions or certain things, and then I can comment and talk about it. Like I said, if you email me, I'm not going to use your name or anything like that. Any personal information I'm not going to use or anything like that. I just want to have conversations, kind of like a Dear Abby response letter, where we talk about it. And see, that is another way to help people on their journey. Okay? So, anyways, guys, we done finished another one. Thank you, and take care, and until next time, peace out, guys. Bye.